It started as a casual weekend exploration and ended as one of the internet's most infamous mysteries. On the surface, Ted the Caver looks like a simple blog, an online journal from the early 2000s, documenting a man named Ted and his friend Brad as they explore a narrow, winding cave passage. But what begins as a routine spelunking trip quickly twists into something far stranger and far darker. Ted writes in meticulous detail. He describes crawling through claustrophobic tunnels barely wider than his shoulders, chiseling away rock to squeeze deeper into a mysterious passage they nickname Floyd's Tomb. The deeper they go, the stranger the cave feels. An unnatural wind blows through, distant sounds echo without explanation, and both men begin to feel watched. Ted notes moments where his flashlight fails, where the silence seems too heavy, and where an unshakable sense of dread grows stronger the further they crawl. Each update on the site is written like a field log, dates, progress reports, and eerie discoveries. Ted describes seeing unexplained shapes in the darkness, and hearing a low, human-like moan deep in the rock. Their tools begin to break, dreams turn nightmarish, and Ted's writing shifts from adventurous to paranoid. Finally, he announces they'll return for one last trip, and that's when the story simply stops. The blog ends mid-sentence, the final post trailing off without explanation. No closure. No answers. Just silence. What makes Ted the Caver so effective isn't just the creepy imagery, it's the realism. The site uses plain language, mundane details, and even grainy photos to convince you this really happened. It feels less like a horror story and more like you've stumbled across someone's private expedition journal. This technique, called epistolary storytelling, blurs the line between fiction and fact, pulling the reader in until they're scanning old spelunking maps, wondering if Ted's cave actually exists. And then there's the ending, or lack of one. By cutting off abruptly, the narrative forces your imagination to fill in the blanks, which is often scarier than anything written down. Over 2 decades later, Ted the Caver is still debated online. Was it a genuine account of a caving accident? A masterful piece of internet horror? Or something else entirely? Whatever the truth, one thing is certain. Once you've read Ted's words and pictured yourself crawling through that suffocating tunnel, you'll never look at caves the same way again. After all, sometimes the dark isn't empty. Sometimes it's waiting. Like, follow, share, and subscribe Dark Mundane for more videos like this.